Hooray! Dancing to my own theme tune. Yes, Sunday night, 2nd of January. Wait, is my... Ooh, I caught that just in time. My laptop wasn't plugged in because I'd been moving shit around today. And if I had near paid attention, it would have died halfway through the stream. Hello, Project Redfoot, if you're still there. And Chris, hello. Nice to see you. Okay. Well, that might be my preferred way to have my Swedish punch with lemonade and a bit of additional lime juice. So there we go. Alrighty, what the... I've been spilling stuff here. I just have a little mini cleanup to do. Don't like putting my hand or my elbow in wet bits. Oh, nice, Chris. Lemonade. Hey, Project Redfoot. I had a pizza the other night, just like a supermarket freezer pizza that I put some leftover barbecue chicken on, and it was good. I think that might have been New Year's Eve. That might have been what I had to fortify myself before the New Year's Eve stream. Micro, it is totally okay now you're here. Oh, Chris, and I think lemonade in this context, I think the freedom terminology for it is club soda, but we call it lemonade, and so do the Brits. But I put some lime juice in it as well. Hello, Miss Foxification and Megaleech. Nice to see you. Good to see folks popping up as each day goes by. I am more and more sure that my plans for just staying the fuck indoors until I get my booster shot. I'm more and more sure that is the right strategy. In fact, Mrs. Angry came up with a bit of a strategy because tomorrow I can start looking to see if I can get a booster. I'm actually booked in a week, and then they changed the rules, so I'm eligible tomorrow, not next week. So we're going to try local chemists because there are just a shit ton of chemists in this neighborhood. I suppose there's a lot in every neighborhood, but just the street that goes down here, there's a shit ton of chemists. And just going to go in the afternoon and say, hey, have you had cancellations? You got leftover Moderna boosters? Will you stick one in my arm? Here I am. Except Mrs. Angry, who has had her booster and has an N95 mask for her work, she's going, because there's always sick people in the chemist trying to get bloody rapid tests. She is going to go in her N95 mask, see if there's gross sick people about, and also see if they have a booster shot for me. So I don't have to go in where the gross sick people are. Miss Foxification made a coffee. Nice. Project Redfoot, this close to ordering pizza. Oh, damn, Chris, mum's co-worker in bad shape. Double vaxxed. Yeah, fucking hell, man. It's just like the degree to which 2 vaccinations don't hold up to Omicron is scary. Micro, they put a limit on how many rapid tests you could purchase there. Yeah. Well, there are just none to purchase here. I think they're all sold out. And so, Chris, 3 Facebook friends waiting for tests. Yeah, millions getting it daily. Absolutely. And yeah, everyone in Australia is coming to terms with, this is what happens when it gets out of control. And apparently a decent chunk of the population is doing what I'm doing, voluntarily locking down. Like venues are saying, like, yeah, just everyone's cancelling. No one's coming out. But yeah. And yes, Micro, it is disgusting, selfish behavior when people hoard them, or hoard anything for that matter. But yes. Well, interesting you should say that, Project Redfoot. In America, chemist is either a character from an old radio drama or a drug dealer. An Australian goes to America and sees a place labeled drugstore, and it's like, really? Except now these days, of course, there are marijuana stores. But back when last I visited America, marijuana was still illegal. But just seeing signs, drug stores, is a bit wild. And I had to take a photo. I think it was on my first trip to America, my first or second. It was not just a drugstore, but they were selling ice cream. And this was a joke that was very funny to Australian pot smokers. There's a big sign that said drugstore, and then under was a sign saying cones, 30 cents. All my weed smoking friends thought it was hilarious. Yeah, Micro, they're either chemists or pharmacists. And Chris, technically, a pharmacist is a drug dealer. Yes. Dr. John Smith, hello, I am fine. I hope you are fine too. Paul on Facebook, hello. Been watching my stuff since 2008. Nice. Well, the live streams were to keep each other sane in the dark times, and then we felt like we're out of them, and now I feel like we're going back into them. Oh, who had 2022 will be the worst year of the pandemic yet on their bingo card? Because I think that's coming up. I don't like to be doom and gloom and fatalistic, but I am not feeling good about this year, particularly not the next couple of months. Not feeling good. But we'll see. I'll try and maintain a positive outlook, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, Chris, you had a couple of big US sports events cancelled or postponed for the Rona. Chris, next Angry Bunch. I mean, normally I do those on Friday nights. So Friday morning, your time. But I can be spontaneous as well. But most often on Friday nights, I do it. I'm going to do something special tonight. Share with you something I've been working on. A very different style of video for my cocktail channel. And I've got two... it's kind of like, it's like fake animation. I use some filters so it kind of looks like animation, but it isn't. It's just me. And there's different filters. So there's two versions, and I'm going to show two versions, and I would be interested in what people feel about which one looks more interesting. Miss Foxification, he's coming wants people to feel good. Oh, he's a fucking piece of shit. And Labor seem to finally be going a bit hard on him and pointing out he's a fucking failure and he dodges responsibility all the time. I mean, who would have thought he could fuck up yet again? Because he fucked up so many different things to do with COVID and he lied about it every time. And this fucking time, he is fucked up availability of rapid tests. He's such a loser. Misfoxification, it's kind of like rotoscoping. It's technically not rotoscoping, but it is kind of like rotoscoping. Yeah, I did shoot videos and then I put it through a filter so it's like a line drawing of me. So it's kind of like rotoscoping, but technically not. Although someone who knows proper terminology might actually say it is a form of rotoscoping, as Project Redfoot. Motion capture is a modern computer version of rotoscope. Yeah, that's a valid point of view. Yes. Oh, yeah, Micro. I think there... I do not have an enormous faith in a lot of people in politics. Misfoxification, cell shading. It's a bit more like rotoscoping than cell shading. I'll show it in a minute. I mean, I could show it now. I was going to wait for a while, give people a chance to roll on in. It's only 10 minutes in, not even. I'll give it another 10 minutes, and then I'll show it, and you can decide if it counts as rotoscoping. Okay, now we're all going with cell shading might work. Anyway, I'll show, and because this is like new year, new ideas. I'm already off. The fucking hell, man. 2022 off to a productive start for me. Been organizing stuff. Actually did some quite complex editing on this thing I'm going to share a bit later, and got it done, and it's ready to go. And it's my first official day off tomorrow, and I've already started achieving stuff, rearranging stuff, which was a big thing I wanted to do in this time off, and I've already making headway on that and doing new things with videos. So yeah, you want to see my yard? I could do that. Okay, you know what? I'll do it. I'll just get rid of dangling things. I'm going to unplug the microphone. Okay, now is it fucking working? It's like, Jesus Christ. It was saying it could hear me then. And I just don't know if it's working because there's a lag. You should feel bad, Micro. Right. Okay. You know what? Okay. Who wants to see a disaster unfold in real time? Micro wants to see my backyard. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Got to unplug from the power. Yes, you should feel bad, Micro. Hang on a sec. I got to open this door. It's locked. All right. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi won't die when I go out the door. So, walking out the door. All right. This is the backyard. It's not far from. All right. So this is the backyard. Right. That's a water feature that doesn't work, and it would also be wasteful of water to use it. Really overgrown ivy hedge coming over the fence that I have to cut back sometime. There's some rose bushes over here. Wait a sec, we'll go over here. But they've just finished flowering, really. And what you really missed out on is a month or two ago, just over here was like a dozen flowering orchids. Mrs. Angry's orchids all flowered. But look, okay, here's the clothesline. Got all my cocktail shirts hanging on the clothesline. There we go. Okay, so I'm going back inside now. Ugh. Okay. I managed to do that without dropping anything, which honestly I'm mildly surprised by. Just going to shut the door so I don't get murdered. You know what? I might just close the screen, get some fresh air in. Actually, I shouldn't because the aircon's on. All right. Whatevs. What I should probably do is turn the aircon off. What's the temperature? What does the Bureau say the temperature is? 20. Oh, you know what? I'm going to fucking leave it on till bedtime. Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Hey, nobody. It's a nice little backyard there. Chris, I don't use a dryer. No. Dryers are not quite so common in Australia. Use the natural weather to dry it. Doesn't work in winter. We don't get enough sunlight in winter. But in winter, thanks to this house has central heating with vents in the floors, I put drying racks over the vents in the floors in winter and hang the laundry up there. Takes a day or two to dry, but it's fine. Ah, nobody. Of course you're missing Nettie Cuddles. Of course you are. We have to just look to some bright and shining future, I guess. Oh, neat. Micro. Yes, you've got to show us if it snows. It's good. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I said in 10 minutes I'd show these videos. Oh, yeah, nobody traveled from Queensland to Melbourne. So, yeah, that's like someone traveling from Florida to New York. Yeah. Little channel love affair happening, which was nice. Okay, so I am going to share with you. I need to open these videos. Okay. Okay, where's the fucking controls on this player? Oh, there. Okay. Found the controls. Okay, Now, a background for anyone who missed it. I am trying something new for my cocktail channel. And of course, they'd say 33 for Nettie. She's a babe. I'm trying something new. It's kind of fake animation. And I have two versions. And I'm interested in your views on which one's better. One, I put some extra effects on, so it looks like it's playing on an old TV, and that's influenced by some popular animation things on YouTube at the moment that have this style that looks like an old VHS thing. So I am going to share this with you. And again, there'll probably be lag in the stream, so it might stutter a bit, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to share. Oh, I'm going to share a video file. It says I can do it straight from here. Okay, let's try this. So this is the one with additional effects. And after this, I'll show you the other version that doesn't have these effects. So I'm interested in what you think. G'day, cocktail lover. What can I get you? How did you know I was a cocktail lover? Well, the shirt's a bit of a giveaway. Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, I want something to start the new year in a positive way, like with a bang. I know we're past New Year's Eve, but I need something positive going forward because, I mean, let's face it, the last couple of years have been pretty awful. Have you got a drink, something that'll help me feel like I'm starting off the year positively? There's heaps of cultures that are still marking the new year and even Christmas past January 1st. There's things like Hogmanay, Festival of the Three Kings, the Jomashinju archery ritual in Japan. Okay, that archery one sounds cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Archers dressed as samurai shoot at targets that are labeled as demons, and each hit on the target, that's meant to drive demons further away. In other words, during the ritual, the more targets hit, the demons driven further away, and we have a better year. I do like the sound of that. We've had so many demons the last couple of years. Well, do you have a drink for that? Well, how about a Japanese slipper? It was actually invented here in Melbourne, Australia, but it was invented to show off the Japanese melon liqueur Midori, so that seems fitting. I thought Midori was kind of dodgy. Midori gets a bad rap. You can make bad drinks with it, but you can make good drinks with it. Like, this one's basically a modern classic. It's an equal parts thing. It's almost like you're making a margarita but using Midori instead of tequila. Now, Midori isn't the only melon liqueur out there, but it's made specially for this drink, so I'm starting with 30 mils or an ounce of Midori into the shaker. Next up, the same amount of orange liqueur. There's a whole bunch of orange liqueurs out there you could use, but because we're using two liqueurs, I do recommend a dry curacao. I'm going to use this one locally made by the Marionette Group, and going to add 30 mils, 1 ounce of dry curacao. The final touch is lemon juice, squeezed fresh before the shift, so going to add 30 mils, 1 ounce of lemon juice. That's it, we add ice to our shaker, put it together, bang it in hard. That's what she said. If you're making this at home, you want to shake it for a good 10 or 15 seconds. How do you know when to stop shaking? Well, a good tip is when your shaker's pretty much too cold to hold, you've shaken it for long enough. Strain that into your cocktail glass, add a maraschino cherry, and there is your Japanese slipper. That's good. It's sweet, it's not too sweet. Makes me feel like I should fight some demons this year. Now I feel like I owe you a tip. You know what's better than a tip? Subscribing to my YouTube channel. Oh, you have a YouTube channel? Yep, I make a lot of cocktails and it's easy to follow along and make your own at home. So subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up for the videos, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, and you're good to go. Do you ever shoot the videos in here? Oh, I would, but I'd need to get permission from people. The person who gives permission says what? What? Nothing. Enjoy your drink. Cheers. Okay, so that's the one. This is the Joel Haver style animation that I was copying there. So yes, okay, thank you. Glad you like it. I'm just going to show it to you without that effect because I'm interested in what you think about it. This is what it looks like without that effect. G'day, cocktail lover. What can I get you? How did you know I was a cocktail lover? Well, the shirt's a bit of a giveaway. Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, I want something to start the new year in a positive way, like with a bang. I know we're past New Year's Eve, but I need something positive going forward because, let's face it, the last couple of years have been pretty awful. Have you got a drink, something that'll help me feel like I'm starting off the year positively? There's heaps of cultures that are still marking the new year and even Christmas past January 1st. There's things like Hogmanay, Festival of the Three Kings, the German Shinju archery ritual in Japan. Okay, that archery one sounds cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Archers dressed as samurai shoot at targets that are labeled as demons, and each hit on the target that's meant to drive demons further away. In other words, during the ritual, the more targets hit, the demon's driven further away, and we have a better year. I do like the sound of that. We've had so many demons the last couple of years. Well, do you have a drink for that? Well, how about a Japanese slipper? It was actually invented here in Melbourne, Australia, but it was invented to show off the Japanese melon liqueur Midori, so that seems fitting. I thought Midori was kind of dodgy. Midori gets a bad rap. You can make bad drinks with it, but you can make good drinks with it. Like this one's basically a modern classic. It's an equal parts thing. It's almost like you're making a margarita but using Midori instead of tequila. Now, Midori isn't the only melon liqueur out there, but it's made specially for this drink, so I'm starting with 30 mils or an ounce of Midori into the shaker. Next up, the same amount of orange liqueur. There's a whole bunch of orange liqueurs out there you could use, but because we're using two liqueurs, I do recommend a dry curacao. I'm going to use this one locally made by the Marionette Group, and going to add 30 mils, 1 ounce of dried curacao. The final touch is lemon juice, squeezed fresh before the shift, so we're going to add 30 mils, 1 ounce of lemon juice. That's it, we add ice to our shaker, put it together, bang it in hard. That's what she said. If you're making this at home, you want to shake it for a good 10 or 15 seconds. How do you know when to stop shaking? Well, a good tip is when your shaker's pretty much too cold to hold, you've shaken it for long enough. Strain that into your cocktail glass, add a maraschino cherry, and there is your Japanese slipper. That's good. It's sweet, it's not too sweet. Makes me feel like I should fight some demons this year. Now I feel like I owe you a tip. You know what's better than a tip? Subscribing to my YouTube channel. Oh, you have a YouTube channel? Yep, I make a lot of cocktails and it's easy to follow along and make your own at home. So subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up for the videos, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, and you're good to go. Do you ever shoot the videos in here? Oh, I would, but I'd need to get permission from people. The person who gives permission says, what? What? Nothing. Enjoy your drink. Cheers. Okay, so there you go. That's that. That's my new experiment. Oh no, poor Micro feels like you left out. Sorry, do you want something? Okay. Yeah. So okay. So a few people like the effect. I did like the tip, Chris, of toning back the effects a little. It is. I'm experimenting with aspects of my editing software. Okay, that's good feedback, Miss Foxification. The effect blends the thickness of the lines, makes it feel more consistent. Yeah, and I think because I'm definitely going for this lo-fi vibe again. Totally ripping off a popular channel, a guy called Joel Haver, except he actually does a sort of a sort of rotoscoping for reels, traces it on a thing, but whereas I just use a filter. Oh, thanks, Tommy Five Tone. You like it? Okay. All right. Well, this is my new project for this year, and I'm going to try and get other people involved. For anyone who didn't see through my clever disguise, I was both characters in there. wearing different glasses and a hat as the customer. I know that might help. If oh, that's a good one, Marco. You think maybe less talking? People have short attention spans. Yeah, see, this is why I want this feedback, because I haven't experimented to this degree for a long time. Nettie, color the drinks. That would require actual skill that I don't have. I don't want to sound too down on myself, but that would require some actual skill that I don't have. But yes, Megaleech, my intention was to have guest appearances, because while I was playing both characters in there, I've always wanted other people to be the customer part of it. All people would have to do would be record their part against a neutral background, and I could use it. Yes, I agree with you, Chris. You didn't really get a good visual on pouring the shots. I need to experiment with that. Maybe actually use a completely different filter when pouring the shots. But like I said, this is okay. Again, for some people, it's not much. I spent a few hours on this today. It took me. How long did it take me to set up and shoot? Maybe half an hour. Like the actual, I've been working on the script on and off for a week or so. But I wrote the script fairly quickly. I just sort of tweaked it over the last week or so since the idea first occurred to me. Actually, no, the idea occurred a long time ago. I just started writing the script about a week ago. It only took about half an hour to set up and shoot. Maybe a bit longer. And then I remembered I had to do the close-up. So I don't know. Shooting all up was less than an hour anyway. Setup and shooting was less than an hour, which is not bad. Editing, I didn't even keep track of, but it was hours, 3 or 4 hours. Ooh, is someone getting popping in the audio? What, for me or for the video? So yeah, that's going to be an ongoing experiment. Not least, if someone who has actual talent with video editing goes, oh my God, give me your video footage. I could make it so much better than, you Butte. But, I definitely want to involve other people. Voice is poppy, but fine. Okay. Chris, see, the whole thing is I was trying to make it easy on myself. At one point, I was going to get the green screen, and the green screen would potentially make things easier. And in fact, would make me solid rather than a ghost. It's just that's more hassle. But it is something I will experiment. Monkeys B. Green screen by peeing onto a drink. Nice banana. What did someone say recently? I don't know if it was on this or on my channel. Someone should make a drink called a cocked ale, where you give someone a beer and after they drink it, you tell them you stuck your dick in it. And that's a cocked ale. I don't remember if that was chat on the live stream or if someone said it to me on Facebook or on my cocktail channel. Oh God, micro. That's a good one. I have heard that. Smoother than Trump's brain. Yeah. Yeah, as I don't think of Trump, I just think of Henkel going, that boy ain't right. Thanks, Chris. I'm 90% of the way there. Well, that was literally my first effort at doing it, and I'm going to keep experimenting. That's the joy of YouTube. There's like zero barrier to experimentation. It's like experiment with something. If it doesn't work, then you just do something else. But thank you all. There's some very useful feedback and food for thought in there. And I shall be taking it on board. And over the coming weeks, I shall be doing more of those. So, yeah, and it's the thing. On the one level, it's a risk because no one else does a cocktail channel like that on YouTube. So it's a risk because, no one else is doing it. But of course, it's also an opportunity because if I can do something that sort of turns making cocktails into like sketches and whatnot and light entertainment, I might get a whole new audience that no one else has because I'm the only one doing it. So we'll see. Well, that's interesting, Micro. Talk of new season of King of the Hill where they're all 20 years older. Interestingly, the first time Hank Hill appeared in animation, he was in the Beavis and Butthead movie, and he was at least 20 or 30 years older than he is in King of the Hill. A little bit of trivia for those who don't remember the Beavis and Butthead movie. It's just a cameo. There's this little bit, well, Hank Hill, I tell you what, and he talks about propane and propane accessories. But he's at least 20 or 30 years older than he is in King of the Hill. He and Peggy are retirees in Winnebago. So yes, I thank you, wonderful people, for your kind words of support. I now feel, I was going to put it up on YouTube anyway, and I was going to work on it for at least a couple of weeks. I think I need to do at least 10 of those videos and see what I can turn them into. Micro, I was never much of a fan of Beavis and Butthead. No, I'm with you on that, actually. I was never really much of a fan of Beavis and Butthead. But there was a period when they were popular. I think King of the Hill is just orders of magnitude better than Beavis and Butthead. And then also Mike Judge did the real life comedy series Silicon Valley, which I was also a fan of. I quite like that. So yeah, I've got a bit of time for Mike Judge, quite honestly. Done some good stuff over the years. Oh, what is it? It's 8:30. Micro, yeah, King of the Hill fucking rocked. I love it. Yeah. Chris, the that's just like how fucking lo-fi I was doing it there. Because of the effect I used, I was see-through. I need to experiment with ways to get me in front of a false image and not be see-through. I got to work on it. Like I said, this is so lo-fi the way I'm doing it. Tommy, it was Tom Anderson in Beavis and Butthead. Okay. There you go. So yes, but it's a thing. What? Do you think with? I think there's like a horror animation coming up on Netflix. I think I saw a trailer for it. What was it called? It's like The House on the Lake or something. The House of Secrets? No. There you go. Animated series on Netflix. I haven't watched Arcane yet. That looks kind of good. No, I saw an ad for it. Now I don't remember it. It was called the House or something. I think it's like a horror anthology animated. But it looked interesting. I can't remember what it's called now. Oh, well, we'll leave it for now. I can't remember it. Nettie, you reckon Arcane's good? Okay. Ah, Chris, that's a fucking hilarious idea. Print out the bar backdrop. I used to have a printed background. Oh, well, that's our first spam bot of the night. Still, the worst spam ever. Can't possibly work. I don't understand it. Nice. Nobody's going to come back to me. Well, hopefully I'll be all boosted, and hopefully we'll be past this horrible Omicron surge as well, because I was so looking forward to having everyone here on New Year's Eve, and I just had to be cautious. Oh, Chris, I think that's an hilarious. I don't have access. I'm not going to pay to print all that out. When I used to have printed backgrounds, I was doing them at the office where I was working. I'm a bad, bad boy. Oh, that's so sweet, nobody. You just can't tell how gorgeous Nettie's eyes are. That's very sweet. I like that. But yeah, basically, I'm super excited. My first thing worked. I might bring my green screen in. So misfoxification World Health Organization says it should be over this year, but if we get another variant change, you mean like we have every couple of fucking months? Yeah. Yeah, Chris, I think I could actually go into the office and use the printer. No one would see me. I think there's like one guy in there, the guy who's actually responsible for the network infrastructure, still goes in there. But yes, it's like here in the US, UK, they're all just changing the rules. So it's like the rule changes amount to let's pretend you don't have to interrupt commerce at all in the face of a global pandemic. Die in the name of capitalism, basically. This voxification recorded a loop of Nettie put in the corner bar while rendering. Okay, unnamed channel is having problems with the audio as well. Oh dear. Yes, Chris, one guy in there shake his head at me and go back to work. Okay, and I do just need to repeat, the audio problems are all micro USB's fault, because he wanted to see my backyard, so I unplugged some stuff and the audio hasn't worked again since. Maybe it will work properly again another day. But tonight it just seems kind of bogus. It is poppy. There's audio clipping. Okay. Also, let me double check something here. No, I'm on the right network. There you go. I've got micro on the back foot now. Oh, unplugging it and plugging it back in made it worse. Refreshing my browser. Okay, give me 10 seconds. I'll refresh. Okay, I went off. I tested the mic, and it says it's working, but I don't know about the popping and the chopping and the which and the what and the who. Oh, that did work? Did it? Did that work? Well, that was magic. That was magic. There you go. Switch it off and switch it back on again. Works. Okay. Okay. The age-old tech support solution, switch it off and switch it back on again. It worked. Okay, rocking and rolling. To celebrate, I think I'm going to have a martini because I actually topped up my freezer martini today. So it'll be slightly different. I used a different gin to last time, and I used a different vermouth to last time. So it'll be slightly different, just a smidge different. So time for a freezer martini. All right. Do I have a... Oh, yeah, no, this martini glass is clean. It's just had water in it. Also, little cheat from that video that I shared with you, because with the effect I was using, I knew it was just going to be black and white. The drink was just water. It was just water because it was the middle of the day and I didn't want to drink alcohol in the middle of the day. A little bit of glug, glug, glug ASMR for you. So yeah, that was a little cheat. The drink in the video is just water. Oh no, Nettie, you finished the chocolate cake you bought to cope with nobody going back to Queensland. God damn. So, Marco, I want to know how to fix TVs at job when they act up, unplug them and plug them back in. Yeah, it is disturbing how often that works. It's weird. So, Marco, you want me in a bikini drinking a martini? It's time for martini in a bikini. Man, that would be a disturbing sight. I want to wear that... What's that Sacha Baron Cohen character? Borat. A Borat mankini. That would be terrifying. Me in a Borat mankini would be absolutely terrifying. Miss Foxification, that is a nice tip, using milk. Even just the slight viscosity of milk. That is an excellent idea, actually. See, this is why I share with you people, because you're full of great ideas. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Fair point, Nettie. Anyone in a mankini is terrifying. Oh, no. Am I chopping up again? Like a Ginzu knife? That is a really good way. Yeah, it's a good simile. But... oh god, I just noticed nobody. It could come across really wrongly what Nettie comment you were agreeing with. I know you're agreeing with the mankini comment, but she made another comment after that, which could potentially make you look bad. But I know you wouldn't do that. So, Michael wants Nettie to wear a mankini. Oh yeah, Tommy, that's it. The old TVs that you could kind of sometimes fix them by actually thumping the shit out of it, hit it on the side. Oh no, Marco went outside to smoke and sat in water. Now your ass is soaked. Oh dear. It's all, I think. Sorry, I'm just... words failed me just then. So, yeah. Oh. Yes, misfoxification, percussive maintenance. It's ridiculous how often percussive maintenance works. Often because there's like a loose connection somewhere and you thump it and something sits back in place. Like, even remember these lights when they were giving me the shits because they weren't working, and I shook them and they worked. But then I ended up working out there was actually a dodgy bit of wire, and I found it and twisted it back in. And so I think they work now. Don't have them on tonight, but Sesh Lovey. And that would be the other thing. If I might not have fairy lights in the background of my cocktail videos anymore. Might just have a neutral background. I was thinking of I was talking about this last night, I think, getting an LED strip to put underneath so I get a wash of color behind me, be a bit more visually interesting. Unnamed channel in the 90s, you did that with your dog, lay down, wouldn't move. Oh dear. You'll get the RSPCA onto you if you're not careful. Or PETA or some other pack of weirdos. RSPCA aren't weirdos. PETA are weirdos. Like PETA say such stupid shit that discredits the animal rights movement in the eyes of a significant chunk of the population. Half the time, I think PETA are an anti-animal troll group who are just trying to make animal rights activists look bad. Hiya, Safa. This Fox question, you got a water projector. Cheap little thing from AliExpress, projects various colors up in the wall across the roof. Oh, neat. Oh, there's lots of things. The simplest thing would be an LED strip that'll just put a wash of color behind me. So if you just had a storm, we had a lot of clouds, but didn't actually rain today. So it was gloomy from time to time. It'd be sunny, then gloomy, and sunny, then gloomy. But it never actually rained. I forgot to bring my laundry in. It probably won't rain overnight. I can bring my laundry in tomorrow. There you go. That's my exciting life. It's the weekend, so I'm doing laundry. But I am also drinking a martini, so I've got that going for me. I was just thinking, I forgot to put bitters in. That's okay. I'll put bitters in next time. I'll top it up and put some bitters in. So Ms. Fox question, PETA broke into a university, freed a bunch of animals, which caused infection to spread. So they were sick and lots of pets had to be put down. Oh, they're fucking idiots. They also caused the rage zombie outbreak in 28 days later when they let the animals out of a testing lab and the animals had been infected with the rage virus. So they were responsible for millions of people being killed by the rage zombies. Bloody hell, PETA. What's wrong with you? Safa, gardening's a great use of your time. Oh, God. Sorry, I just saw what you were talking about, Nettie. You saw a bunch of kids attacking a seagull at the park with a stick, so you had to tell their parents. Jesus Christ. Micro, there's a dude from Melbourne in your hotel. Says he's here on holiday to go skiing. Nice man. Overly apologizes. Well, there you go. He's trying not to be an obnoxious tourist, I guess. And Tommy, you still got snow and ice. It's nice to have snow on Christmas, but you want it to go now. So, and then, Channel, your girlfriend tells you to stop putting wine in the freezer. It's supposed to be for when you sell the bus, fill up the bus's wine rack. Not sure she understands no beer is a problem. There you go. Oh, who knows if you'll get invited, like or anything. Safa, we don't have the purple bin yet. They're talking about it, maybe this year. We don't have it yet. I have 3 bins, so that'll make 4 bins. Purple bin's for glass, isn't it? I forgot. We did get a flyer about it. Got a flyer about it, but I just rethought of something. Level Crossing's meant to get removed tomorrow, and I thought, yeah, just in time for me to go back to work. But we ain't going back to work. This is fucking... Some people are getting purple bins, Nettie. Okay, Micro. We have multiple bins. You know, back in the day, we had 1 bin. You threw all your rubbish in it. Ages ago, they brought in recycling bins. So there's a rubbish bin and a recycling bin, stuff that could be recycled, like paper, cans, bottles, etc. that was the recycling bin. And more recently, they brought in a green bin, which is like biodegradable plant and food matter. And these are all collected by different trucks and they're treated in different ways. So currently I've got 3 bins. Some people have 4 bins. There's a purple bin, which I think is for glass. Safra, I don't think the recycling was as far back as the 80s. I don't really remember though. So Chris, garbage on the Washington side of the river is private, no city trash. Yeah. It's all managed by councils here. And then, Johnny, you put out all 4 bins every week. At the moment, with the 3 bins, you put out different ones. The green bin, they pick up every week. So Mrs. Angry is actually really good about just weeding and doing shit in her garden. So the green bin is full most weeks. And then you do the rubbish bin every second week and the recycling bin every second week. So recycling this week. I've been self-conscious about I've emptied quite a lot of bottles in the last couple months, but then I realized, like, I posted a picture of what my drink carts looked like 2 years ago, and I realized some of the stuff that I'd emptied in the last couple of months was from 2 years ago. Okay, now we have these big wheelie bins. The recycling bin has a yellow lid. The garbage bin has a red lid. The green bin has a green lid. And then there's a purple one coming. I see, Micro, it's different all over. Most places have yard trimmings and biodegradable stuff with recycling. Yeah, no, that was always rubbish here. They just wanted stuff for recycling. And then green bins were introduced. And the last year or so, they've really encouraged people to put food waste in the green bin, like not just garden clippings and stuff, but food waste. Yeah, Tommy, you missed the old metal trash cans? That's what we had when I was a kid. And garbage men come and they were metal and they get all dinged up. Okay, now I'm intrigued. I think I've got flyers here. Okay, when's the level crossing meant to go? I don't know. Vaccination flyer, more vaccination info. I thought the bin stuff might have been here on the fridge. Doesn't appear to be. Sure. Oh, wait, no, here's the bin stuff. Sorry. No, this is just about green, yellow, and red. I'm sure we got told about the purple bin at some point. I don't remember. We don't have it anyway. Whatever. Parker, you throw food in the yard so the wildlife eats it. Yeah, meat waste, Megaleech. I was really surprised. They that was only in the last year or two they changed, but they really pushed all food waste, meat, and even actually things like tissue paper and whatnot, they say to put in the green bin. So yeah. So like if I wipe stuff up with paper towel, that goes in the green bin. I have birds in the backyard that I feed stuff to. So Chris, your complex has its own thing, gated community. So they have bins for glass, recycled dumpsters for trash, e-waste container. Oh, I'm going to sort out my e-waste in the coming months. There's some shops that take e-wastes, like as one called Officeworks here. So I'm going to start sorting through shit I've been hoarding and throw out a bunch of e-waste, but not just throw it into the bin, throw it to these people who theoretically recycle it. So that will be a bit of an undertaking because I've been hoarding shit for ages. Oh, Megaleech has a visitor. Bye. Thanks for hanging out, man. Enjoy your time with your visitor. Oh, yeah, that's good. Happy Veganuary. Hello. Is that what we're calling January? Veganuary. Right. All right. So we're all talking about feeding animals, but yeah. Oh, nice, Chris. You like to repair and reuse electronics. I'm useless, so I don't. But yeah, having found these places that will either reuse or recycle e-waste is much better than just chucking it in the bin. So over the coming weeks, I shall be organizing a whole bunch of e-waste. So yeah. Oh yes, I can imagine that if you have wildlife during winter, like where you are, if it's snowing and stuff, our winters aren't that wild. Oh, nice. Misfoxification virtualized your network so you can upgrade software instead of hardware. Nice. Safa, when I say animals, it's birds. And again, some people might argue that I shouldn't feed the birds, and I would tell those people to fuck off. Yeah, I just feed the boards. And then, because I face out those windows and my work days, the other reason I feed the birds, because the birds come in and they make my day more interesting. Chris, you take computers and phones for repairs you can't do. You'd rather do that, buy new stuff too often. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Yeah, Tommy, if the separation of waste is handled properly, it's better on every level. Oh, nice. Happy Veganuary. You got a metal recycling joint up your street. Well, like I said, I'm using like an Officeworks, which is not far away. It's like one suburb over. And I'll be unloading a lot of stuff. I'm going to go with my offspring who are more in tune with this stuff. And they're like, okay, here's a couple of boxes of fucking cables I've been hoarding for a stupid amount of time. What the hell? Should we keep them on? Shannon, hello. Happy New Year. And I hope you've been well too. Yes, Suffer, it was interesting that Apple seemed to finally be getting on board with right to repair. What was Heine's setup line? What's a squirrels do with their nuts? Wah, wah, wah. Unnamed channel. What's my stance? Propaganda where councils and governments fool people and think it's fine with plastics, metals go away, get recycled. Forget to tell you requires fossil. Okay, I think you're being a little over dramatic there. I think there is a lot of bullshit that goes on in the name of recycling. What you're saying is so far down the list. The worst thing that happens is it's just all literally shipped off to poorer countries and dumped on them. Or it's like, here, sort this out. And it's just becoming garbage mountains. Okay, everyone else can see grass. Okay, this is the weirdest thing with Shannon. I can't see Grasshopper's comments, and we have never been able to work out why. I mean, I haven't blocked him because he couldn't comment if I'd blocked him, but I can't see it, and I've tried everything to fix it. So Shannon has to say hello to me on Facebook for me to see it, basically. Yeah, Micro, there is a problem with a lot of stuff that we think is being recycled is just being dumped. So we are fed a bit of line of bullshit. Oh yeah, Chris, it's not about whether I'm set to live chat or whatever. It is just Grasshopper. I cannot see any of his comments. Happy Vegan. Oh, you have baby butcherbirds. A butcherbird occasionally visits my backyard. I have a regular magpie visitor who I like. There's always these Indian minor birds who I fucking hate. If I had an air gun, I would fucking shoot them because they're introduced vermin and they hassle other birds. I get some native wattle birds, which are quite nice, but they always get hassled by the minor birds. The minor birds try to hassle the magpie, and she just like will fuck them up. It's hilarious to watch. And they now know they can't freak her out, and so they start. And she does this thing where she like hang. I feel like she's fucking with the minor bird. She's hanging around. No, okay. I'm leaving the food. Look, I'm just over here. The food thing's free. You should go. You should go. And waits for them to go, and then she just flies up and attacks them. It's like, haha, yeah, fuck them up. Conversely, there's a native raven comes in. Like, so the magpie is about 3-4 times the mass of the minor birds, as is the wattle birds, at least 2-3 times the mass of the minor birds. But the minor birds are so aggressive, they freak out the wattle bird and it fucks off. But the magpie is much bigger than the minor birds and will fucking fight the minor birds. And then what was hilarious to me, occasionally get visited by these native ravens who are twice the size of the magpie. So they're massively bigger than the minor birds. And had the raven sitting on the feeder getting some food, and the minor birds came and tried to hassle it. And the raven just didn't react. The raven just didn't acknowledge they existed, which was somehow funnier than the magpie fighting them and fucking them up. The raven is just like, couldn't give a fuck. So misfoxification, we have a hell of a lot of recycling in storage, unprocessed piles of plastics. And it's a fire. Oh, yeah. I remember there was a fire in a recycling plant a couple of years ago that had a couple of suburbs on high alert because of the toxicity of the smoke. Nobody boasting about coming down to cuddle Nettie, which was wonderful. Right, I should drink some water. I'm really tempted to have more boozy beverages, but I think I got some ice here. I'll just drink some water. Do my we were talking about Hank Hill earlier. I think this water dispenser has Hank Hill's problem of a narrow urethra. All right, come on. Yeah, I have to clean it out. I just noticed it's got some residue in the reservoir, so I have to empty it so I can take it out and clean it. It was a real shock. I don't know why. I hadn't looked for ages, and I was just like, "Oh, there's a little, it's like black stuff around the edge here." And then I looked more closely and said, "Oh god, there's all this black stuff at the bottom of the thingy," and I'm going to have to empty it to be able to take it out without making a terrible mess. So. Kyle on Facebook, hello. It has been a second since we've seen you. How are you doing? Oh, Micro, AIDSy would be all for the cuddles too. Absolutely. So Shannon, you didn't do a fucking thing for New Year's. COVID's fucking stupid ram. That's the same here. I was even going to have folk here for the live stream, and in good conscience, I couldn't do it because it's not quite as rampant in New South Wales as it is in New South Wales. But I just couldn't do it in good conscience. So I was home by myself, and I am not going to do much in the way of interacting with the outside world until after I get my booster, which will be sometime in the next week. At the latest, Monday next week, like not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow will be the latest. So we shall see. What the fuck is that? Seriously, what the fuck is that? Bug just landed in my drink? Fucking hell. What's all that about then? Happy vegan, you laugh at people who move away when ravens approach. Ravens are cool. They're fucking huge, but they're cool. I mean, just walking around the neighborhood with Mrs. Angry, every now and then a raven flies. They don't swoop you, but it kind of flies relatively close. And the fucking noise they make when they fly, because their wingspan is huge. They are huge birds. So Shannon, mate went to the city for New Year's. Surprise, he's got cold and flu symptoms. Everyone said, we fucking told you. Yeah, young Mr. Angry did go into the Melbourne CBD on New Year's Eve and was around a lot of people. He's at his mum's this week. He's due to come over here next week, but it's like, yeah, boy, you're taking a couple of rapid tests this week. And if you turn out positive, you're going to have to isolate until I get a booster. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's a bit weird. No, happy for January. Mrs. Angry was my only midnight New Year's Eve kiss. I'm not even willing to go to like cinemas or restaurants at the moment because they're just fucking plague central. Everyone's got it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Globally, we're about to see the biggest surge in cases of the entire pandemic. So we shall see what happens from there. It's just 2 years of not knowing what's going to happen is doing my fucking head in. Wait, why is my... Oh my God, why did I unplug my fucking laptop? Jesus. I'm a fucking idiot. Honestly. So tell me you've been visit. Oh man, life happens, man. Oh, you started a new job that you love. Nice. Today's your Friday. Well, that's good. Again, life happens. I don't think anyone's beholden to come in and join the streams, but it's very nice when you do. So it's good to see you. And I'm also really glad you have a job that you really like. So, oofed. It's a funny old world. Oh yeah, Chris. No, I'm not traveling anywhere for a while. And Kyle on Facebook. Hello. You need to find a new housemate. In COVID cases, tens of thousands work at a big film festival. You're getting. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. Sometime in the next year, more than half the population is probably going to get COVID. If you're triple vaccinated, you are hugely protected against serious illness and death. There's still a significantly high risk you will actually contract COVID and get sick, like just, normal flu sick. Oh, nobody's getting dinner. Good night. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. But yeah, it's overwhelmingly likely that more than 50% of the population will have had COVID by the end of the year. And that's being conservative. And then different question, how many people will be seriously ill? How many people will die? That's unknowable at the moment. But who knows? So Ms. Foxification is saying Omicron's hospitalized more in the US than Delta. Yeah, flatten the curve. It's just like fucking hell. It's fucking bullshit of, you know what? We should keep commerce going no matter what. Last year, the first 18 months of the pandemic, because of the steps taken in Australia, we avoided at least 50,000 unnecessary deaths. Can you imagine that? We saved 50,000 lives. 50,000. And that's being conservative. The benchmark I'm using is fucking Florida in the US. Shannon, you got to do some work. Very nice to see you, man. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Hope to see you again soon. Florida, which has a lower population than Australia, but has 50 or 60,000. Actually, now I feel like checking in. COVID map from Johns Hopkins. Okay, so. Okay, load, you motherfucker. Okay, what's the big picture? It's all loading slowly. We're up to 9 billion vaccines administered, 5.5 million deaths. almost 300 million cases confirmed, which means, again, the real numbers of those are probably double. The US has had 825,000 deaths, 36,000 in the last month. UK has had 3,000 in the last month. I don't think the US has 10 times the population of the US. Maybe it does. I don't know. So if we go to the US, so this one I do. Is this by fucking state, or do they do that weird thing where it's by county? It's by fucking county. Ugh. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do a search. I'm being morbid. COVID deaths, Florida. Okay, Florida is 62,500 deaths, and they have probably deliberately been underreporting. So Australia, so okay, we're 2.5, well, just over 2,000. Florida, which has a smaller population than Australia, has more than 60,000 more deaths than Australia has had. So that is the number of deaths. The death rate in Florida is approximately 40 times higher than Australia. People go, oh, why do you have these communist lockdowns in here? Because your death rate is 40 times higher than ours. For fuck's sake. Oh, I think anyone rational is worried about Omicron, Chris. Tommy, what does Lur from Omicron Persei 8 think about the new COVID variant? Naming a virus after my planet confuses and infuriates me. COVID, Micro. It is true the elderly retirees in Florida were more susceptible, but just generally, Florida handled the COVID outbreak abysmally bad. There aren't 40 times more old people in Florida than there are in Australia, but there were 40 times more deaths. There may be twice as many old people in Florida as Australia because it's a retiree place, but there's not 40 times more old people, and the death rate is 40 times higher. And look, now I feel compelled to fucking doomsay again. We're all talking about COVID. There are other diseases out there just waiting to mutate into a virulent strain that jumps to humans and fucking does a number on us. Like, forget 1-2% fatality rates. I mean, like the plague in the Middle Ages killed half of Europe. But yeah, can you imagine something with a 10% fatality rate and a high infectious thing? And there's a shit ton of fucking diseases just waiting to do that to us. So yeah, fucking hell. So Chris, Omicron's one still killing and disabling gigantic amount of the population. Yes, Omicron seems to be hitting kids harder than other variants. Which is why I'm not going fucking anywhere until, I don't know, at least 2 weeks after my booster. And yes, misfoxification, that's the other thing that scares me about Omicron. It seems to have a higher reinfection rate than any other variant. Namely, people who have already had COVID are extremely susceptible to contracting the Omicron variant. That's possibly the scariest thing about it. Particularly if you had a bad case. If you got long COVID or something and then you just get fucking hit again. Jesus Christ, that would fucking suck. And yeah, Chris, I am very worried. Like, we've all been focused on the deaths from COVID. I am super worried about the level of disability it's causing. Medium to long-term to permanent disability. It could be up to 30% of people infected. And as you say, that could ultimately be billions of people. How the fuck does the economy handle, 30% of the population suffering a really significant disability? Jesus, the fucking mind boggles. Micro, you're looking into buy N95 masks? Well, Mrs. Angry works for the health department here in Melbourne. She has N95 masks. She's actually gone through proper fitting for an N95 mask too. So as I said earlier, she's going to help me tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. We're going to go looking around pharmacies for stray Moderna boosters that I might be able to get. She's going to go in first with her N95 mask on in case there are sick people looking for rapid tests. And if they're able to accommodate me, she's going to text me and say, yeah, come in. Hello, Turby on Facebook. Doing fine, man. Yeah, Tommy, Florida man is a bit of a thing. Yeah. Unnamed channel, you're looking at North Korea's COVID rate. I'm sorry, man, but if you believe a goddamn thing North Korea says about, also, their borders are largely closed. There is an outside chance that the fact North Korea is reporting close to 0 COVID cases, there's an outside chance that's actually true because their borders are pretty much completely closed. But also, Jesus Christ, believing a single fucking thing that comes out of North Korea is, I don't know. Oh, nice misfoxification. Check out Officeworks for tests. You know what? I'm going to check out online. Like I said, I was going to go to an Officeworks anyway for my e-waste. What do they say on their website? School stuff, testing. Okay. Oh, no, here we go. Rapid. No, that's something else. Okay, I'm going to put the whole thing in. Rapid antigen test. No, there's a brand name called Rapid that makes staplers. Oh, I thought like, wow, 1,000 pack of tests. No, it's staples. There's a staple manufacturer called Rapid. Maybe if I use quotation marks, that might narrow it down. What does that do? No. An air purifier, face masks. Well, it's not showing up on their website, but I don't know. Okay, so misfoxification, you saw them in store. I might go into a store. Micro, you wonder where ditto comes from? No, I think it's Latin because it means repeat. It means repeat, which is why there's a Pokemon called Ditto that copies other Pokemon. I think Ditto has a Latin root. I love that happy veganuary. North Korea is the equivalent of an internet troll threatens to stalk someone and beat them up. Maybe. Nettie, you reckon the AmCal at Southern Cross has them? Okay. Yeah, a week ago, I found a test at a chemist because my offspring were going to their cousin's place in Christmas, and they said they'd do a test before going over, and I found them tests, and they did them, they're negative, and then they were doing it again on New Year's, just prior to New Year's Eve. I went there, the same chemist had sold out. I was like, okay, I don't fucking know. We'll see. We shall see. So I might go to Officeworks tomorrow, take some of my e-waste there, check out their e-waste situation, and then see if they have rapid antigen tests. What's the name of dance parties in the 90s? Rat. There were rat parties in the 80s and 90s. These days, a rat party is where, before anyone's allowed to join the party, they do a rapid antigen test. Tommy, I can believe that's something that North Korea would announce. Kim Jong-un was resurrected and has created a cure for COVID. I believe that's the thing they'd say. Micro, I agree. Everything's fucking tiring. It's fucked, man. 2 years. 2 years in, and we don't know. We have no fucking idea what this year is going to bring. That's what does my head in. The not knowing, almost. I don't want to know that something terrible is going to happen, but on one level, knowing something terrible was going to happen this year would almost be better than not knowing. I don't think we're going to have a really terrible outcome. I think we're going to have a bad time. I don't think we're going to have an apocalyptically bad time. I could be wrong. Who fucking knows? But the not knowing, two fucking years of not knowing what's going to happen is doing my head in. I try not to think about it too much because it's fucking stressful, man. It is fucking stressful. Yeah, misfocuscation. We don't have a roadmap. We're winging it. Oh, and certainly in Australia, our fucking federal government is a fucking joke. Again, Morrison just finds new ways to be disappointing. It's like I thought he fucked up as many things as he could. Like he fucked up the vaccine rollout. He fucked up this. He fucked up that. He fucked up the other. And now he's fucked up sourcing rapid tests. He's such a piece of shit. He sucks so fucking much. And yes, Tommy, I agree. You got to laugh or you'll cry. Make jokes or you'll just be pissed off. Nice. Heine's off to try and buy rats and a frozen meal with dumplings. That is a beautiful thing, man. I know it's very single. It's very single life. Hashtag single life. But, dude, you're on a quest. It's good. All right, I am going to follow up Miss Foxification. I thank you for the Officeworks tip. And because I was going to go there anyway, I might do that tomorrow. Take my first batch of e-waste, make sure they can actually take it. And that sounded sexual. Take it, bitch. And then I'll see if they have the rapid tests. Who knows? I think everyone's sold out. Like something that was true a couple of days ago is not true now. Why doesn't Costco? Well, you care? I'm a Costco member. Why doesn't Costco sell me a huge fucking box of 100 rapid antigen tests? That's what I want to know. Jesus, 1 for 25 and 2 for 40 sounds expensive. It's the whole thing about people price gouging for fucking tests as well. Justin, hello. Nice to see you. Here's like my current thought. I'm going to keep the stream going for about half an hour. I was like, do I just keep the stream going for half an hour? I feel like I want to go wee-wees. Should I disappear? I should play the video again. Because there's probably a few people in here now who didn't see the video when I played it last time. But I think most people were here. I'll do that. It's only 3 minutes. I will play my video with the dodgy TV effect in it. Unnamed channel, the weirdest part of the human face. The nose is the weirdest part of the human face. Without them, it look very weird. I don't know. Humans are just fucking weird. Humans are weird. Oh, shit. Justin, pimple in the ear. I have had that. I don't know about you, but I have a thing, and I scratch it and it bursts, and then there's like, there's this scab that I pick. I don't know. I'm about to say gross things. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this video again just for a laugh. If you haven't seen it, I hope you enjoy it. I am having a wee break while this video plays. Going to play a video file. G'day, cocktail lover. What can I get you? How did you know I was a cocktail lover? Well, the shirt's a bit of a giveaway. Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, I want something to start the new year in a positive way, you know, like with a bang. I know we're past New Year's Eve, but I need something positive going forward because, I mean, let's face it, the last couple of years have been pretty awful. Have you got to drink something that'll help me feel like I'm starting off the year positively? There's heaps of cultures that are still marking the new year and even Christmas past January 1st. There's things like Hogmanay, Festival of the Three Kings, the German Shinju archery ritual in Japan. Okay, that archery one sounds cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Archers dressed as samurai shoot at targets that are labeled as demons, and each hit on the target, that's meant to drive demons further away. In other words, during the ritual, the more targets hit, the demons driven further away, and we have a better year. I do like the sound of that. We've had so many demons the last couple of years. Well, do you have a drink for that? Well, how about a Japanese slipper? It was actually invented here in Melbourne, Australia, but it was invented to show off the Japanese melon liqueur Midori, so that seems fitting. I thought Midori was kind of dodgy. Midori gets a bad rap. You can make bad drinks with it, but you can make good drinks with it. Like, this one's basically a modern classic. It's an equal parts thing. It's almost like you're making a margarita, but using Midori instead of tequila. Now, Midori isn't the only melon liqueur out there, but it's made specially for this drink, so I'm starting with 30 mils or an ounce of Midori into the shaker. Next up, the same amount of orange liqueur. There's a whole bunch of orange liqueurs out there you could use, but because we're using two liqueurs, I do recommend a dry curacao. I'm going to use this one locally made by the Marionette Group, and going to add 30 mils, 1 ounce of dry curacao. The final touch is lemon juice, squeezed fresh before the shift, so going to add 30 mils, 1 ounce of lemon juice. That's it, we add ice to our shaker, put it together, bang it in hard. That's what she said. If you're making this at home, you want to shake it for a good 10 or 15 seconds. How do you know when to stop shaking? Well, a good tip is when your shaker's pretty much too cold to hold, you've shaken it for long enough. Strain that into your cocktail glass, add a maraschino cherry, and there is your Japanese slipper. That's good. It's sweet, it's not too sweet. Makes me feel like I should fight some demons this year. Now I feel like I owe you a tip. You know what's better than a tip? Subscribing to my YouTube channel. Oh, you have a YouTube channel? Yep, I make a lot of cocktails and it's easy to follow along and make your own at home. So subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up for the videos, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, and you're good to go. Do you ever shoot the videos in here? Oh, I would, but I'd need to get permission from people. The person who gives permission says what? What? Nothing. Enjoy your drink. Cheers. All right, so that's my new video project, and I got to have a wee break while that was on. So, a good point. Can't see the different drink colors, but I'm at the very early stages of experimentation, and thank you, man. I'm glad you like it. Shieldsy, you walked in on weirdness, but you also walked in on me drinking water, so there is that. Robotman Greg, hello. It's my new thing for my cocktail channel. I might put it on the Angry Aussie channel as well, actually. I might do that. One of the days when I'm not doing a live stream. Tommy, does anyone see news about people misdiagnosing themselves? Watching, oh God, if you get anything from TikTok. Yeah, no, the only thing you can diagnose yourself with from TikTok is being a fucking moron. Jesus. Shieldsy, I like being a goog boy. Yeah, she had to change your display name to Drink Water. Now, I'm literally trying to decide now. Like half an hour left, and I'm not going to drink more booze. I don't think. I've only had the 2 drinks tonight. I'm trying to be responsible. Yeah, no, no. Maybe not even drink water for the last half hour. I have to wake up in the middle of the night in peace. Oh yeah, Justin. The only thing that would stop me from opening a bar or working in a bar is how much fucking hard work it is for not that much return. We'll see. Honestly, if I won Lotto, we've talked about this. If I win Lotto, I'm opening a distillery and B, a private members club, not a public fucking bar, just a small private members club. Miss Foxification, wondering how this will work as a podcast. Apparently, YouTube is bringing in a podcast feature soon. Like, so you can record stuff and do a thing and it will syndicate what you put to podcast networks. I don't think this live stream would necessarily work as a podcast, but I could do something else that was specifically for a podcast. Oh no, Shieldsy, of course I'm never going to win Lotto. Of course I'm never going to win Lotto. That's the only rational approach to those sorts of things, is assuming you're never winning them, because 99.999% of the time it's true, you're never going to win. To live with the idea that I might win one day, that's a shortcut to emotional turmoil, basically. Safa, did you miss much other than the cool video? You had to park cars. Okay. That's right, Safa. Your sister works in a bar, yes. But it's harder. Miss Foxification, what I reckon could work as a podcast, and I might try to develop it this year, is a weekly sort of cocktail of the week podcast. Talk about what's happened in the news that week, which is the sort of shit I like to do, and then go, based on everything that's been happening and maybe anniversaries for that week, what would be a drink that suits this week? And, make a drink, the drink of the week. That could work. And that's something I'm seriously considering doing this year. If YouTube makes it easy to syndicate podcasts, then I'll do that. Because I had a brief run at doing podcasts like 2 years ago, and there were some good episodes. I was using a platform that made it easy, but then they were like, we can't afford to have a free version anymore. You have to pay. And I'm going, well, I'm not taking this seriously enough to pay for it, so fuck it. And so I stopped. But if YouTube makes it easy to do a syndicated podcast, I will do that. Just another go on a Mr. Beast competition, guaranteed to win something. Oh God, Tommy Five Tone. That's sad and probably true. TikTok is the new Yahoo Answers. No intelligent answers, just the stupid leading the stupid. I am with you. Anyone who would look to TikTok for advice is a fucking idiot. There was a wild news story the other week, just recently, like a week ago. Some people using their home sort of spy surveillance thing. I forget what it was, whether it was Google Home or I think it was Alexa, like the Amazon thing. And they were saying things like, it's keeping a kid occupied in school holidays, like, give me a push-up challenge. And it's like, okay, try and do, this many push-ups in 30 seconds. And it's working, and the parents there with the kid. And the kid's like 5 years old, or 5 or 6 years old. And it's all working. And then the kid says, like, Alexa, give me another challenge. And then the kid goes, okay, here's a challenge I found on the internet. And it was this fucking thing where you plug something in, but pull the plug like a tiny bit out so you can see the prongs, and then you get a coin and you touch the two prongs, like you make the coin touch the two prongs, which of course is going to do one of a number of things. One, eh, probably nothing. Two, give you an electric shock. Three, cause a really serious power surge and blow out that fucking power point and fuck up your fuses and maybe fuck up other appliances. Four, very small possibility, might kill you. And Alexa actually told this kid to do it. The parent was there and went, "Oh no, we're not doing that." It's a whole thing. It's ridiculous. It's kind of like, I do remember stuff from 4chan of someone saying like, oh, I found the best way to clean your microwave. And it's like stuff that's in your kitchen. You put and it's basically make a bleach bomb and then heat it up in your microwave, which will make it fucking explode and pour poison gas out. And it's like a troll. And the first person would post it and say, put these ingredients, which you can probably find in your kitchen, in the microwave and switch it on. And then a whole bunch of people who knew it was a fucking potentially deadly bleach bomb would comment, "This is great. I did it and it worked perfectly." And so there's a post saying, "Do this to clean your microwave." And then there's a whole bunch of comments and say, "This is awesome. It works perfectly." And then there's a comment about 10 or 20 comments down. It was like, "Fuck you guys. I fucking did this, you pieces of shit." And I was just like, and everyone goes, "Lol, you fell for it." But 4chan was Satan's playground. And Safa, I agree. Jeff Bezos is evil. And Shieldsy, yes, TikTok is China stealing our dance moves. Definitely. I don't watch a lot of Mr. Beast, Justin, but I'm aware of what he does. And yes, these are things like, he has a competition where the prize is $1 million, but often when the people are knocked out or drop out, they get a car or they get $10,000 or whatever. But yeah. The whole Mr. Beast phenomenon is quite wild. Like, he's such a big audience. He gets people sponsor videos to the tunes of millions of dollars. And then he openly says, like, this video cost $1 million to make. This video cost $10 million to make. And it's fucking wild. And yes, Nettie, the politest thing you could say about 4chan is it's the internet hate machine. But yeah, the whole Mr. Beast stuff is wild. Like, he's exploded so much. And when he does stuff, it's guaranteed such a huge audience. He gets sponsors to provide literally millions of dollars, and it's just wild because it's guaranteed eyeballs. So it's like, I mean, man, fucking good on him. I certainly don't begrudge him anything. It's not really my thing, but he literally started from nothing, and he just kept upping the ante, and now everything he does is about millions of dollars, and it's just like, well, fuck yeah, man. Okay, good on you. Go for it. Yeah, the world is a wild and crazy place. Absolutely unimaginable and unpredictable things can happen. Oh, sorry, happy for getting you just got up with the bleach probably. Yeah, it was, I mean, whatever the components are, it's like vinegar and bleach and put it in a microwave and turn the microwave on. Oh, dear. That's right, Justin. One of his early ones giving $10,000 to a random homeless person, and he just started generating millions of views, and so he got all this sponsorship. And she was a yes. It is the basic thing about if people can win money, they subscribe. But I'm sure many people have tried to imitate Mr. Beast and fail. Sorry. Okay, excuse me for that. But that's also a bad sign at 9:45. If I yawn once, I'm probably going to yawn non-stop for the next 15 minutes. Yeah, I mean, misfoxification, I don't begrudge anyone who goes from nothing to something on YouTube, even if I don't like the stuff. I've mentioned this before, but to me, one of my more fascinating discoveries the last few months, because other forums, people were sharing videos from these various, because there's a whole bunch of channels that tell you how to make it big on YouTube. And the tips they offer are of varying quality, but you can soon work out who's actually got some good insights, not least by how successful their channel is. It's kind of funny when someone with a not very successful channel says they're going to tell you YouTube secrets. It's like, oh, dude, why is it not working for you? But one of just when you watch one video, YouTube recommends related videos, and I ended up watching some videos. And I've told this story before, but this guy who had been editing, he's like a professional YouTube editor, and he was editing Logan Paul's videos for a while. Oh, so he was editing videos that got hundreds of millions of views. And he's a good editor. And there was someone did a podcast interview with him. And the most interesting thing to me that came out, he said, like, the whole thing about making stuff bigger, like with Logan Paul, is always trying to make stuff bigger. Mr. Beast is always trying to make stuff bigger. But he loved finding a channel that was basically going against all the rules, all the accepted wisdom. And her name's Emma Chamberlain. And she started off like 5 years ago. She was a 16-year-old, and she's doing the thing 16-year-old girls in LA do, like, clothing hauls and makeup looks and blah, 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 that sort of shit. And it took off, but she has her own soul. Basically, she did do a lot of that rapid editing that people recommend, but the whole thing with thumbnails and video titles and what she does in the videos, she breaks all the rules, and it's just really personal, and she's got a huge audience. And as this guy said, it's refreshing to see someone doing something so personal and succeeding. Safa, maybe I should hire an editor. I don't want to spend money, but yeah, I don't know. Who fucking knows? Oh my God, that's exciting news. Happy Veganuary. Natalie Tran uploaded videos. That is very exciting. And I'm not being sarcastic. Natalie Tran. That should be my subscriptions if she's done that. I'm sure I'm still No, that's someone else. There she is. I'll look at them tomorrow. Okay, so there's one Cyanold U cutscenes. 1.5 minutes, 7 hours ago, viewed 52,000 times. What else did she? Okay, I'm just going to look at her channel. Videos. 1 day ago. New year, new you. First video she'd uploaded in a year. 250,000 views. Hot damn. She's old school. Natalie Tran, Tran. She was Australia's first YouTube star. She just did like vlog. She did sketches, and she's very funny. She's a good actor. She's a good editor. And she was Australia's first YouTube star, basically. She's pretty cool. She's in the Foxtel series, Mr. In Between, which I love. Oh God, yeah, Shieldsy, the old days when 1,000 subs was a lot. Jesus. Yes, it was. The old days when I was on some days the 10th most channel on Australian YouTube. The old days. That was like 14 years ago. 13, 14 years ago. Oh, time flies. Things change. I'm not very adaptable, and my timing's bad. C'est la vie. My current goal with my YouTube channel is to sort of slide into retirement and become a minor personality and get given free booze by alcohol companies and get invited to events. That's as much as I want from it. I don't want to be a YouTube star. I just want to get enough of a profile that people give me free booze and invite me to events. Oh, nice. Nobody dinner's finished. Not nice. It's disagreeing with you a bit. Oh, I hate your digestive system. That's not good. I just had a fucking Optifast bar meal replacement for dinner. I think that's what I had for lunch too. Mrs. Angry made me some super yummy pancakes for breakfast though. I used one of my cocktail syrups as the syrup on it, and it was great. Safa, my snobbery is about vodka, and I just openly admit it. Like we were joking about who are the worst snobs. Whiskey snobs are probably the worst. Wine snobs second. I think rum snobs are third. And then particularly in Melbourne, coffee snobs are fourth. I think fifth is me, anti-vodka cocktail snobs. That's me. And then you get all sorts of people snobby about chocolate and whatnot. But yeah. This Foxification, why would anyone want to be famous? Oh, it fucking sucks. Nice. Nobody has a precautionary bucket. Jesus. I've actually got this pork roast. Mrs. Angry and I were going to have it for dinner tonight, but we didn't get it together, so we're going to have it tomorrow. It's like a joke we have. Post-Christmas, we go to the supermarket and buy the roasts that nobody bought, hugely marked down. I got this pork roast of $5 a kilo that was $25 a kilo before Christmas. Tommy Fivetone, wine snobs fucking suck, man. But I think whiskey snobs are actually worse than wine snobs. And rum snobs are pretty bad, but probably not as bad as wine snobs. Shieldsy, well, it was very interesting. Yeah, in the early days of YouTube, it was interesting to see how well quite a number of Asian creators did. And there were like no Asian faces in commercial media, which I thought was really highlighted something they were missing. So if it's not past the use by date, but we're cooking it now. Or like I said, we were going to cook it tonight, never quite got around to it, so we're going to have it for dinner tomorrow. It's like pork rack roast with crackling. I'm so looking forward to it. Yum-o. So I'm going to have that tomorrow. It's just, it's a running joke we have that post-Christmas fucking roast. Sometimes they have frozen ones, and because you can keep them for ages. But yeah. Oh, yes, Miss Foxification. Coffee snobs can be vicious. And Melbourne, I think this is ground zero for coffee snobs here. And I don't drink coffee at all. So I don't give a shit about coffee snobs. But I think they probably come after rum snobs in terms of obnoxiousness. And I mean, down the track, you probably have tea snobs too. Like I said, you have chocolate snobs. Probably in any category, there's someone who will fucking be a snob about it. Tommy, what's my favorite type of pizza? My favorite actual pizza is made by a place on Lygon Street, Carlton, Melbourne's Little Italy. And it's a 5-cheese pizza. No, 4-cheese pizza. Quattro formaggi. No, is it a cinque formaggi? But it's 4 or 5 cheeses on a pizza, and it fucking rocks. It's so good, including a blue cheese. It's really good. I just realized it's so long since I've been there, I'm kind of forgetting their name. Safa's a hot chocolate snob. Nice. I think it's Cinque. If I go Cinque Formaggi Pizza Alton. Cavallino, that's them, Cafe Cavallino. And I hope they're still open because a bunch of my favorite places closed over COVID. Closing soon. Okay, they're apparently still open. When they've got their street dining happening. Okay, they reopened on October 30. That's nice. And the owner's got this obsession with Ferrari, and the fucking decor's all garish red and white. So, happy Veganuary. You had a mushroom pizza from Red Sparrow. Nice. Jude Maris, hello. And top of the new year to you. Safa, how much does the pizza cost? It kind of varies because, you know, they do small, medium, and large. I can eat a medium and, in fact, probably a large by myself, but definitely a medium. It's fucking great. I really love it. Shields, you're an Aldi snob. Nice. Chris, at some point, I have to get to Chicago and have a proper deep dish pizza. Oh, no. Tommy, your favorite Chinese restaurant you went to since a kid shut down because of COVID. Several of my favorite venues shut down because of COVID, which fucking sucks. I mean, it sucks way more for them. It's like, oh no, I'm mildly inconvenienced. The place I like to go to is not open anymore. I feel really bad for the people who run the places that they couldn't survive. So that fucking sucks. Dr. Abigail, hello. Just in time to say hello. Lovely to see you. So how much for the medium? I don't know. Actually, I did just have their Facebook open. Oh, wait, there's their actual website this time. Menu. Okay, lots of wines, lots of Italian wine and beers and non-alcoholics. Spirit spreads. Salads, focaccia, pizza, gourmet, cinque formaggi. Okay, $15.50 for a small, which is like what a normal person would have. Medium is $20.50, which I can abso-fucking-lutely knock off on my own. Large, $27.50, which I think I could maybe knock off on my own. There you go. Happy Veganuary, you're a chocolate snob. There are some crappy chocolates. Let's say chocolate snobs on the snob scale, I'd probably rate about 6th or 7th. Oh no, Abigail in a heat-induced migraine hell. It's cooling down the next couple of days, so hopefully you'll be slightly liberated from migraines the next couple of days. Safa, is pizza delivery free in Melbourne? Not usually, no, but it varies. So I'm just going, where do I place chocolate snobs? It's got whiskey, wine, rum, coffee, anti-vodka. I mean, chocolate might even be 6th. Does anyone want to throw in another? Beer, maybe beer snobs. Maybe beer snobs would come before. Beer snobs would be 6th and chocolate snobs might be 7th. I find it fun to start saying, who's the biggest snob? What's the thing people are snobs about? And of course, I'm just talking about consumables here, I guess, because, I mean, you know, people can be snobs about ethnicity and politics, and they're going to be first against the wall when the revolution comes. Drag them into the town square and introduce them to Madame Guillotine. Maybe in fucking Minecraft. Jude Marriage thinks science fiction snobs. Maybe I'd broaden it to pop culture snobs. I was talking about consumables, pop culture game, but yeah, pop culture snobs. Or actually, okay, culture snobs. if we're getting outside of consumables, culture snobs would probably be right on the tail of wine snobs, because culture snobs fucking suck. Happy Virginia Eve is fucked up by atmospheric pressure. Hoping cool. It's cooling down here. What are they predicting the next couple of days? It's gone down to 19. It's not cooling down much overnight, but then it's not warming up that much tomorrow. So we're in the low to mid 20s for the rest of the week, probably, and maybe a bit of rain. So yeah, 5 to 10 degrees cooler than it was the last couple of days. Yes, Abigail, you can message me on Discord. You can do it right now. And just while we're chatting, I'll open Discord. I think I've got it on this laptop. Because I'm about to go to bed. But you can message me now and I'll see it. Because it is bedtime. Nobody. Support bacteria. It's the only culture some people have. Yes, Jude, you being a Star Trek fan would know there's a lot of Star Trek knobs. I said knobs. I stand by that. We meant snobs, but they're certainly Star Trek knobs. Anyway, I am going to go to bed. I will see you people another time. I'll be doing a TV night with Mrs. Angry tomorrow. A few things for us to watch. Probably doing a live stream on Tuesday. Watch your notifications. I suppose there's a chance I won't. Currently, my plan is yes, do it. We shall see. I don't like to try and predict that far in the future. 48 hours is a long time away. Also, I might get a booster in that time, and I might feel a bit off because of the booster. Hopefully, I don't feel anything else, but you never know. So, I don't know. Big asterisk, maybe Tuesday night. Anyway, see you all later, fabulous people. Do take care.